So today I'm working on cleaning up the shields for the brakes. So that's the rear one. I had already started this and I painted one to see how it would come out, so I decided to go ahead and do the rest of them. So that's one that's been cleaned up and painted. So that's one that's just been kind of cleaned up a little bit. So this is one that's been, so these are the front ones, and these are really rusty. So this is what it looked like before I did anything, basically. So obviously I can't just paint over that, so I've got some rust converter. I'll put rust converter on it and then I'll paint it, and we'll see how that comes out. I don't know how the rust converter is going to do with the heat of the brakes and everything. Hopefully it'll be fine, but we'll see. But this one, as you can see, it's already starting to eat. The rust is starting to eat through a little bit in a few spots. So luckily I'm kind of getting to this now. You can see the back. It's kind of what the backs look like before I cleaned it up. So got one more to clean up, then I'll wipe them down, and I'll spray these with rust converter, and then I'm just going to paint them all that silver again, make them look nice. Okay, so first coat of rust proofing is on. So this is what I'm using, this rust converter, this Loctite. So it supposedly makes it into a paintable surface. So that's why I cleaned all the major rust off with that wire brush, and then just sit here and spray this on it, 2 light coats, and then I gotta wait 24 hours for it to cure before I can paint it. So I'll wait till tomorrow and I'll paint it tomorrow. And I'll paint that one as well. I just cleaned these up a little bit, they look a little better. But to get them that clean, I had to really push down with the wire brush. I wasn't gonna go that far. So they look better than what they did. Like I said, everything going on, cleaner than when it came off. Alright, so these are done with the coating. Put 2 light coats on it like it said. They've turned pretty dark, so I will paint those tomorrow. I'll paint that one tomorrow. And then also, I got the tie rods off today. Couldn't get them to come off. They were just rusted solid, so I ended up having to cut them. So what I am going to do is I will put those together, and I will try to equal that length, or as close to it as I can possibly get. And we'll put them on. So I do have the control arm bushings that I need to change, so I might as well do that while the tie rods are out. Just easier. So started the car up. It didn't run as good as it did before, but it was real low on the RPM, so I fiddled with it a little bit. I don't know, I might have an oil leak from my cam house. Right there in that corner, it looked like it might be a little bit of oil in there. There was some oil on the ground, but I don't know if that's stuff that finally moved off after taking the whole thing off and it dripped down. It looked kind of dirty. Didn't look like fresh oil. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I'll have to start it again. But once I got the RPMs running right, it ran smooth. It actually was a lot quieter than the last time. So, I'll have to just check my timing. I ran it for maybe 2-3 minutes. I'll have to check my timing again. But I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Okay, so today's goal is to get the control arm bushings in, get the tie rods in, and get the sway bar, front sway bar back in, and get those painted. That's today's goal. Hopefully we can get that done today. All right, so ran into our first first issue, I can't get that off. It won't budge. I hammered it. You can see it's bent. Trying to get it out. And it won't budge. It's seized or rusted on there. This is that right side again. So what I did was, I already had that bushing and that bushing. So I ordered a ball joint and control arms for both sides. It was another $70. It's just life. So I'm going to have to wait on that, but I got plenty of other things to do. All right, so the control arms are out. And to be honest with you, if I had realized how easy it was to get those out, I would have bought the kits with everything at one time and just done all of it. But I thought, you know, the ball joints are going to be a problem, blah, 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 blah. So anybody who wants to know can know. This bracket was 17 millimeters for the bolts. This was 19 millimeters. And then this just has a thing that clamps around it that has a bolt that goes through it. And that was 17 millimeters. So all I did was take that bolt out and hit it with the hammer a couple of times and it popped right off. I didn't need a ball joint separator or anything like that. I mean, it came out as easy as can be. So, you know, another $70 and ordered new ones. Ordered new ball joints. So now the ball joints, all the bushings, and the control arms will all be new. So everything with the steering will be new. So that'll make me feel better because, I mean, I don't know if these are bent or not. I don't think they are. But see how this is dipped in here? And this one isn't. So, I mean, this could be bent for all I know, and I get everything in the car, and then it's all crooked and everything because the control arms are bent. So, I'll get new ones, and that'll be that. So, we'll have to wait for those to come in before we can do it. And actually, I can't do the tie rods and everything anyway, because I need grease for inside the steering rack, and I had to order that. It was some sort of VW grease. It wasn't that expensive, but I want to make sure I put the correct stuff in. And it was interesting. The new ones don't come with the castle nuts. They come with the nylon tough locking nuts or whatever they're called. So I kind of found that interesting as well. So I've got to wait on that. So I guess what I'll do is, I mean, I got plenty of other work. Let's see, what do I have in here? I've got, I could rebuild. I could do my front sway bar bushings. I could do those. I could rebuild my CVs. That I can do still. And then I still have to paint that. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. It's supposed to be 24 hours, and we're at, I don't know, maybe 20 hours. So I might wait until about noon or so to do that. And then that'll be close enough. Well, second problem for the day. So, ordered my sway bar bushings, went to go put them on. So I got this, I've got a 21.5 millimeter sway bar. So let's measure the inside diameter of these. Is 16.5. So they sent the wrong ones. So I will not be doing my sway bar today. Great. So we'll find something else to do. Well, here they all are painted up. I mean, they look better. Definitely look better. And this is just all pitted, but hopefully that rust converter will take care of that, and that won't rust anymore. So that's the other side of that. So they look pretty good. And then also I got one CV apart. So I still got to take a Take them apart, clean them. I gotta clean that. I guess I'm gonna paint that too. Get that rust off and paint that, I guess. I'll do that. I'll clean that up and get that painted today. Yeah. Okay, so today was a fairly productive day. I got my CV joints all taken apart and everything cleaned up. I'm painting these. I put some rust converter on these. I wire brushed them down and then put some rust converter on, and then I will paint them black. I'll do that tomorrow. I got the control arms off today, and I got all of these painted today. So pretty productive day. Yeah, we'll just go from there. I think that'll be all for this episode. Maybe I'll show these after I get done painting them. I'll probably do that late tomorrow. I've got something going on tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to be really working on the car. Yeah, not too bad. And then hopefully those control arms come in. We'll get the bushings in. We'll get everything put back together. The way that I still have to clean these. That still needs to be done. So I can do that at some point in time too. That way everything can go back on at one time. So that's it.